Hello my stars, Magimotion here, and today we're going to be doing the 10th episode of my Minecraft 1.14.4 survival series. So, if we continue where we left off, on our vanilla survival 2 world, then we can obviously log into the world and see where we left off. Where we left off is obviously inside our house, and it sounds like it's quite dark outside. I mean, I can hear some zombies, so... you can't really hear the dark, but you can definitely hear zombies. Let's go to bed. Okay, so in this episode, we are going to be sorting things out with the house. The previous episode, we built this extension, as you can see here. Still quite wet down there, but hopefully that will dry off soon. So this entire house, we've sort of built this extension. We've got these weird rooms coming off the end, got this main room here, and they've got these all these different compartment sort of rooms here, so it's a bit odd. Obviously this is not really what it's supposed to look like. We haven't really got to the final design yet for this house, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go outside. So I believe there's a creeper over there, so let's go get it quickly before it starts blowing up our farm or anything, because I bet you this creeper is going to blow if I'm not too careful. Oh, surprisingly it didn't blow. So, one thing we need to do is move this farm over again. We already moved it over before, but we need to move it over again, unfortunately. Only by about 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Also, I actually found out how to make a fence gate, so let's go do that. A fence gate was 2 of these in the middle, as far as I remember, and then basically like this and like that. There we go, oak fence gate. Oh my gosh, how long did that take for me to build that fence gate? It took me ages, because I looked up the recipe for it after episode 8, I think, and then I thought to myself, well, I obviously need this in episode 9. But then when it came round to actually, oops, what am I doing? Put this on the edge. I'm gonna make several of these. When it actually came round to doing episode 9, I forgot what the recipe was, so I had to look it up again. It's kind of annoying, but anyways, we made ourselves 5 oak fence gates. I'm sure that should be enough, but at least it gives us a starting point, and we can use these to get in and out of our farm that we made, which we would have to move over. Actually, we'd have to move the farm slightly. So I'm just gonna use up 64. There you go. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is we are going to move the farm over. And then we're going to move the other way around. Well, they're both called the farm, effectively. But we're going to move the animal farm over, and then we're going to move the food farm. We need better names for these things. Okay, anyways. So, like we did before, we're going to get some fences. I think... Do I have some? I think I built, tons, didn't I? There must be in the chest. Birch fence. Isn't it birch fence I had? Yes, it was. Now, here's going to be a thing. I built some oak fence gates when I should have built some birch fence gates. Oh my gosh, this farm business has been such a mess. Okay, so at least I've actually found the recipe now to actually build a fence gate, but I've built the wrong type. It's so annoying. Anyways, I will obviously fix that. Have I got some birch on me? Yes, I do. So let's do that now, because otherwise we're going to forget that recipe again, like we did before. And it's just going to be so annoying, because every time we start up an episode, we're going to be like, oh, what was that recipe? And then forget about it the next time round. You know? It's just one of those things, isn't it? You just have to, obviously, do it now before you forget. So I'll do it now before I forget. There you go. I've got 4 of them. Well, let's get the same amount as before. So, do that, and then we can... obviously make 5 birch fence gates. So now we've got oak fence gates and birch fence gates. Can't win it, can you? Anyways, we'll go in here. We can actually make this stuff into one of these. And we're going to do the same sort of thing we did before. So if you're wondering what I did with that tunnel thing there, I sort of just made this extension thing like this. I sort of did this automatically because I don't know if you remember, but in the previous episode when we were moving the chicken over, we did the same sort of thing. So it's like a little tunnel effectively. So we're going to do that with the cow. So that's what this is for. if you were wondering. It's so we can move the cow over into the new farm, and we can obviously get rid of this farm. Does cow need wheat? Yes, it does. Good. I can always sometimes forget like what each of them need. So let's obviously close this up. Birch fence. There you go. Can I get myself out without getting the cow out? Yes, I can. Good. We can get the stone axe to chop down this. We can turn the chicken pen into a actual farm with a gate on it. So we'll do that in a bit. But that at least moves this out of the way. So then when we do the extension on the house, because we're going to bring it forwards, like a lot of this episode so far has been me doing things automatically and not really telling you. So basically, like we just move this farm over because we're going to be moving, like building an extension on this house like forwards. So bringing this house like this way a bit more. So that's why we did that, by the way. I know this episode's been a bit topsy-turvy right now, but it will make sense after a while. So let's like extend this food farm over. So we'll do this. You're probably thinking, what am I doing? But it will all make sense in a few moments, so don't you worry. We have like the trenches extending like this. We need to get some water as well, so we can actually make this trench into like a proper trench instead of just holes, because we don't want holes. Yeah, we don't have any buckets, do we? Why is it I start doing things I don't have like all the equipment with me? Always happens. Okay, 3 buckets. There we go. So we're gonna like go to the infinite water source over here, like that, and then I'm just gonna fill all these buckets up because why not? That probably fills my entire inventory now, but it's fine. Like one there. We can switch over. One there. And then we can do that as well for that one. Okay, good. So I'm going to do that for each of them, each of the holes, and then we're just going to do the hole that we, well, like with a piece of grass that's in between the 2 holes and the other. What I mean is this grass here. These 4 pieces, 4 pieces of grass I'm going to fill in afterwards after you've done these. I've been doing things without really explaining what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got like 2 of those now filled. Let's go get some more filled. So buckets of water, like so. And then we can obviously fill this 3rd trench here, mini trench, because it's quite small, like so. And we can obviously use the same 3 buckets we've been using to fill in the last mini trench or whatever you like to call it. So yes, we do that. Okay, so let's go over to this other mini trench, as apparently that's what it's called now, and fill it in with water. And then we're going to get rid of this here by using a bucket, because apparently that's a good way of doing it. Not really. I'm just going to have to like remember where, I mean, if I get a bucket, hang on, just going to try something. If I get that bucket and I do it right there, has it already sort of filled it in for us? No, I don't know if it has. Let's just do that on all 4 of them, just in case. Just to like properly make sure that every single space here is a water source. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to do the last 2. It probably doesn't need to be done like this, but I just thought, let's just make sure that these are all water sources. So then it actually is a properly made farm in that way. So jump over those and do that one there. Okay, so now we can use the hoe to hoe some ground, which is here. I've got this, like, my inventory needs sorting out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5 white seeds? 5 wheat seeds, more like. I can't hardly speak these days. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can obviously fill this in with seeds. So 1. And use the next pile of seeds we've got. And then we got this last one here. Okay. And fill it in with some seeds. So that's made some good progress on that. That's going to fill itself up, and we can fill this in here. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's how many spaces I got rid of it by. And then we can do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm actually going to use the axe to just like break some of these things down. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't really need to count. We just need to break them down. There you go. And that will obviously dry up after a while. Not sure how long exactly, but we've moved the farm over now. And it's currently turning nighttime, so let's go to bed. And then in the morning, we will obviously try to extend the house. The same way that we've been extending this house so far, like very awkwardly extending it, we can use exactly the same method to extend it out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get some of these oak logs, and we're going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is everything by 4 these days? Okay. And then, same here. 4. Nice. And then we can do the here as well. Everything is going to be 4. Everything's 4. Okay. And then we're going to obviously get some, where is it? Oak planks. I don't really need these buckets, but I still got them on me for, I don't know, for decoration or something. Fill that in like that. We can do this one. And then we can do this one, but this one's actually a door, so this will be adorable. Let's actually do that and then do that, because obviously we need to get up here so we can do this properly. There we go. Am I out of logs? I think I am. Well, that's great, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. Let me have a look, see if I got some logs in my chest. No, I don't. Well, I need to get some more logs then, don't I? We're always needing wood. Why is this keep happening? I'll tell you what I could do. Instead of chopping down some more trees, I can chop down inside the house. We don't need all these compartments here. So, we can take down some of these like extensions inside the house here, because we don't need them. Because we're going to be making this house into like a much larger room. And then we can sort of decide where we want the dividers inside the house to be. At the moment we don't need them, so we're just going to take them out. So, the amount of torches I have is a bit ridiculous. But anyways, there's my cake. So that's fun, so let's obviously get rid of some of these. This axe is going to be wearing down ever so slowly, as axes like to do that. We'll take like all of this wood down, turn it into like a giant room. But it's going to be like the whole house is going to be extended from here on. So it's not just going to be this size of a room. It's going to be a bigger room once we're done with it. So let's really get rid of all that. The cake can stay there because it looks quite fancy. So let's keep it there. At least for now. I mean, I don't really have a good place for it, so we'll just leave it like that. And we'll just simply take down the wood, like we've done so. I mean, this ladder we've got here, I'd love to convert that ladder into like some stairs. So I'd have to obviously think about that another time. Not sure if I'll be able to do that in this episode. But what we do now is we've built this sort of strange extension like this. We're going to continue it. So, like this. And then we need the logs that we've just like cut down. So go up here a second and we can try and jump on it. There you go. And then the other thing is the logs here as well. So how is that going to work? Well, I can do that, 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 and that, because that's like the ones we're standing on. And then, yeah, it's sort of like that, isn't it? So what I might do actually is get rid of this here. So now we're finally turning this house into a house. Like so. Once we've taken this actual section down here, we can leave the door because it's a bit special. We just have like a random door, like in the middle of nowhere. Hang on. Let me get another axe, unless I've already got one. No, I don't think I have another axe. Okay, I've used both my axes then. I will build another one. Do I have any sticks? Nope. Let's make some sticks and make 2 axes. Oops. What are we doing? Always pressing the wrong buttons. Let's take this down. Yeah, so one of the next things we're going to say is we're going to have this like strange paneling across the ceiling here. So that obviously needs to go, which I'll be doing at some point. We also need some planks to go there. Wouldn't that be good? So let's plug some planks there. And then we need to obviously do that and that. And then I think we're out of logs. Well, don't speak too soon, because we have the logs here. So we can chop down these ones and use them on the side of the house that we've like started to make here instead. And then all we've got to do is the ceiling. We're doing this in dribs and drabs, I know, but it's definitely interesting the way I'm making this house. I think basically my lesson of the day is if I'm going to make a house, I should make it at the beginning instead of like doing what I'm doing, like upgrading the house I've got, because it's like a lot of work just trying to upgrade the house with what it was before, you know. Okay, so let's just fill this in like so, and hopefully we don't run out of logs, because that would be really annoying if we did. Okay, good. So now we've got to decorate this place with torches, because I bet you by the time it gets to night time it's going to be really dark. So let's just decorate some random torches everywhere. Not sure if it's in the right places, but we don't know. Anyway, so we're going to leave it like that. Also, this door is great. Let's take this down. I'm going to put it in the right place. So the right place of the door is supposed to be right here. There we go. I think that looks like a house. I think. We don't know for certain until we put some, like, put some windows up, because, like, at the moment we have no windows. We have like this house sort of outline sort of idea. We have no windows in here, so it looks a bit bland inside. So we need some sand. Well, I might have some sand in this other chest down here. Thinking about it. No, I don't. Okay, fine. And I don't want to bother looking at any other chests, because if I do, it's just going to waste time. Let's get some sand. So, in order to get sand, it's usually the best idea is to go down to a beach. We don't have any of those, so we have a river instead. I think probably we can get some. Let's get the sand over here, because why not? I should have really brought a shovel with me, unless I got one. I have got a shovel, but it's a bit damaged. It will do. So here we go. I'm going to just get some of this. Apparently, I've never got sand before. It's the first time I've ever got sand. Apparently, that's what it says. So that's certainly interesting. If you ever wanted to know when the first time I ever got sand in this adventure is, it's in episode 10. A little bit in, like, you know, further into the adventure than I first imagined it would be. Like, I thought I'd get sand like at least episode 7 or something. Well, at most episode 7. But anyways, we're getting it today, so yes, we're going to cook the sand up. Stick it into a furnace, which is obviously underground. Most things are underground right now. We haven't really moved everything like around yet. There's some iron ingots in there apparently. I don't know when I put those in there, but they've been in there for a while. So yes, we can obviously put those ingots into the chest by going down the ladder. There we go. Actually, one of my friends noticed that I don't always stack things on top of things, so I'll make sure I do that. They said to me that in this chest I had some rotten flesh that wasn't stacked properly. There you go. Now it should obviously be good, because my friend said to me I should really stack things, so just leave them unstacked, and I definitely agree with him. Okay, so let's actually sort out our inventory. The rotten flesh we got on our inventory at the moment, we can stick in here. We don't need to carry it around with us. We don't need to go on top of those equipment either. So let's go here and put away some things we don't need. Do I need all these stairs? No, not yet. Cobblestone, however. Would I like to keep cobblestone? I would. I'm going to stick of those wheat seeds in there. Might keep cobblestone on me. Coal is obviously good to use. Birch planks I don't need. Oak fence gate I might just stick in here for now. Bone meal isn't food, but it's going to go in a food chest because I like using bone meal to cook up, like, to, like, grow trees and things, so I'm probably going to stick it in there. Probably the most, best location for it. Oak logs I keep on me. I keep those as well. Egg can go in there while we're at it. Wheat can go in there. I nearly got a full stack of wheat. We should really make them into hay bales. We are not eating any of this food. Like, at all. I mean, I know I'm half hungry right now, but there you go. I just have, like, a couple of apples. Now, how many episodes has it been since I last ate anything? It's really odd. I just don't understand why I'm just not eating that much. But anyways, yeah, I don't need these gates and the fences. So they can go away. And the stone hoe can go away. Everything else I think I'll keep on me. Yeah, I think most of the other stuff is pretty good, but we don't need those fences, so we can put them away. Fences can go in there. Oh, I see. They're like fence gates and fences. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And stone hoe. Apparently I like sticking it in the food chest. But I feel like I might not do that now. Because, yeah, even though hoes are used for, like, you know, hoeing the ground when you put, like, wheat seeds down, but it's really a tool, so it should go in, like, this chest. I'm gonna devote this chest to, like, tools or something. Why do we make some signs? Like, us guessing what that chest is going to be. We can't always remember. And if we have, like, tons and tons of, like, chests everywhere, we're gonna get to a point where we're not gonna know what each of the chests are and what they're for, so let's name some chests. So, this is like general stuff. Yes, just general stuff. Okay. We don't need to name any furnaces, so we just need to obviously name this. So this is like tools and stuff. Okay, there we go. This is like stone, granite, and like cobblestone. I'll just put cobble instead of like granite. Sand. Sand. Cobble. Diorite. And then what's the other one? Andesite. Anything else? Sand. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else there is. Not sure. Anyways, it's basically all that sort of stuff really. And then over here we've got a couple of chests. So this one is the dye chest. DYE chest. Okay, and this one here is the food chest. So obviously name that one food chest. There we go. Some nice signs there. Definitely helps. This is the kitchen. I'm going to actually name this a kitchen. So kitchen. There you go. Put some of those in there. Let's go to bed. And then in the morning, we're going to get some more sand, and we're going to turn some sand into glass panes, which is going to be a pain, but whatever. We're going to obviously get it done. If I do that, we made 16 panes, which is quite good. We're going to make some more panes soon, so stick that in there. I don't need all this stuff in there. Some of these ingots and things like gold and iron and coal and redstone dust, all that sort of stuff can go in its own devoted chest. I suppose we could use that chest there. So redstone, gold, iron, and coal, because there's quite a lot of coal to be honest. Those can go in there. This can be named. So let's obviously name this chest. Ingots and stuff. Let's actually go get some sand. We need to make a shovel to do that. So let's go indoors. Sticks. And we're going to make maybe just a couple of shovels. So, cobble. Oops, there you go. Right, so 2 shovels. And we're going to probably go to like a new location where we can get sand. So maybe around here. If there actually was any sand, that is. I'll go a bit further out, I think. Just need to find a good location to get some sand. And then that'll be good. Because I can use that sand to make some glass panes with. So, here you go. That's a good location here. Quite a lot of sand. So if I go here, I'm just going to get rid of some sand using the shovels. Much faster with shovels. Like, trying to dig it out with your hand can take 50 years. Or something. Okay. We could probably get this layer here actually. It's a bit slower, but maybe if we stick to the surface of the water, we might be able to get it out quite quickly. It does take a little while, but it's faster than most, shall we say. This squid is starting to get in the way, but anyways. Okay, so the good thing about this is it does float to the top, as far as I can tell. Yes, it does. A little bit slow, but it does float to the top, which is good, because then I can collect the sand, like that one there. There you go. Right. So, we have got 47 sand, and we're sinking on the water. It's probably because it's quite heavy, the amount of sand we got, that's why we're sinking. Just kidding. Right. Also, that little bit on the edge there, I don't know about that. We still got it there. That was just like a little experiment of just trying to make the house look interesting. I don't know, it makes the house look odd. I'll leave it there for now, but I'll probably come back to it and think, do we really need that? Is it like going to be a good design we can use for the house, or is it just gonna make it look weird? So let's actually start cooking up some sand, that's why we got the sand, to cook them up. Here we go, stick them in there. Okay, we can make some more glass. I don't really know how much glass we actually need, but we just need a good amount. There you go. Glass. Okay. So we can actually make one more set of panes. There you go. And then we can obviously put that in there for now. 48 should be a good amount. Let's make some windows. How many do we need? I don't know. Quite a few. Let's get rid of this here, and we can put in a nice large window like that. Okay, if I do it over here a second, just sort of thinking on the design of this window. It's possible that this window is going to look a bit odd, so might have to install a different version of Windows. I would probably like some planks here. Makes it look a bit better. And we probably don't need this pillar down the side either, so maybe if I get rid of that, the oak pillar, oak logs, if I probably get rid of that, that might help. There's a chicken over there, just hoping it's not the chicken that came out of the farm. No. Okay, good. Here I can do the same sort of thing, so we can make a nice set of windows here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. I'm going to do the same thing in this corner as well. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to decorate with panes. There you go. We can do the same here as well, because then we can actually see what's out in this direction. You never know. Might come across something interesting in the horizon you want to see. Ingots and stuff. Now that sign is probably where I'm going to be putting down the panes. So I take up the sign, but I will obviously have to think about moving this chest or putting the sign in a different location or something, you know. Maybe not have the chest on this floor, but have them on a different floor or something. Here you go. Yeah, so once I'm done with these paints, then I can think about what I would like. Whether I want them to get rid of these pillars in the centre, because it might be an idea not to have these pillars here. Yeah, I need to do the same here as well. So let's get rid of that and have like that. There you go. Yeah, I probably don't want these pillars there. It's sort of making the house look a bit odd, so let's not do that. Originally, we had it because it's the four corners of the house. I guess what we could do is just obviously keep it so the four corners of the house. But we don't need it like this. So this, for example, did I just turn it into a stripped oak log? Stripped oak log. That's because I right-clicked on it, isn't it? Okay. So let's obviously put these there. If I actually get rid of some of this, because you don't need any of these, then we can obviously replace it with the nice windows here. So, like that. That probably makes the house look a lot better. Yeah, somehow it does look a bit better like that. A bit better. We can obviously work on the house a bit more, make it a slightly nicer design. But so far, that sort of helped. It's definitely helped. Like these oak logs definitely did seem a bit out of place here. So if I like get rid of them and have a different sort of design, that'd be good. So obviously do the same to this one here. I mean, like I said, the reason why I had all these oak logs and things was just obviously preparing the upgrade of the house in the like in amongst all the preparing. That's why I actually had it like that. But we don't need them now. It actually helps to make the house a little bit more. Whether it makes it look more spacious, just like as a bit like an optical illusion, it makes it more spacious. Not sure. I just need to get some more panes, which I obviously need to make. Yeah, I haven't got enough glass. Okay, so in here we've got 24 panes. That's pretty good. We could probably cook up some more of that. There you go, stick them all in there, because I don't see why not. So let's go and make some of these, like so. Okay, 64. That's quite a lot. Right. Okay. So we're just gonna obviously do this and do that like that. And the same here as well. Then we can go to bed. Okay. Like that. Oops, what am I doing? There you go. That's fixed it. And it's started to rain outside now. But at least we're indoors, so that's one good thing. We have made it slightly nicer in the actual room here. We've still got grass on the floor, but we can obviously change that, so don't worry. But it actually has helped to make the house look a little bit nicer indoors. This cake is still out of place, but we could probably move it in the corner. Actually, I don't know. You might have to eat it first before it... Perhaps I should have ate this cake instead of those 2 apples. Maybe that would have helped. But yes, we'd have to probably move that cake effectively in the corner, or eat it. Or just simply get rid of it. Anyways, let's go to bed. So, yeah. Okay, good. So obviously that's cooking off some of that sand, so that's good. Not that I actually need the glass, but it's definitely interesting. Also, let's have a quick look outside. Let's just see what it looks like now. Yeah. It definitely looks a lot better. I think what would definitely help with the general look of the house is if we made an upstairs. So we're not really ready for the roof yet. Because if I made the roof just on this, it would look odd. So we need an upstairs. It's sort of, it looks like a, yeah, it looks like a bungalow right now, and it just looks a bit odd. So we definitely need like an upstairs. So what I'll do is I'll make some sort of extension on the house, maybe like some set of stairs, maybe over this side or something, or maybe the other side. Just trying to think which is the best side to do that. So this side is, we've got more room on this side now. That's pretty good, but depends which side I would like to do that. Maybe I can have it on both sides. It's like one up and one down going to the basement. So I have to think which side would be best for going to the basement and which side would be best for going up into the next floor. Also, there's some items on the roof there we can obviously get, so let's get those. And this roof does look quite nice. We've obviously fixed it up to a good standard, so that's good. Still taking ages for this trench to obviously start to go away, but anyways. Okay, I think that squid is probably telling me something that we might need to end this episode because it has been going on for a bit of a while. But anyways, yeah, at least we're able to obviously build this house to a much nicer position than it was before. We could obviously finish this off and obviously continue this sort of thing in the next episode. But we've done pretty good. We've got the glass panes around the edge, so it actually looks a bit more like a house. We probably need to do like an upstairs, so we could probably think about that. Make some stairs either side, one going in the basement, one going up to the next floor. But that'd be a good idea we can do in the next episode. But yes, I think we did a pretty good job. So, what I say is I call it a day. Stop placing down dirt in the middle of nowhere. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.